Hello everyone, I am Mann in Gas Mask, and today I have the top 10 video game villains of all time. Now, instead of doing a review or a top 10 about something else, I don't know why, but I just really want to do top 10 video game villains. It's pretty bland and vague. These are nowhere the greatest villains of all time. I didn't do any consensus with these. They're just my personal top 10. And I guess the main reason I did is just because how much fun I had doing it. I just loved doing it. Coming up with new people, looking into my game library and seeing which guys I just loved. And the thing about video game villains is they're actually quite more memorable than our Hannibal Lecters, Nurse Ratchets, and Darth Vaders from the film industry. The reason being is in those movies, the hero has to deal with them. But in these, you are the hero, and you have to deal with them. That's just why they're so damn interesting. Sometimes, in games, I've sometimes felt like I had to fight someone that I didn't really want to fight because they gave them a really good backstory, and I actually sympathize with them. So let's get started. Number 10 is Bowser from the Super Mario franchise. I picked him simply because of how accomplished he is. He's literally everywhere. Well, except for Super Mario Bros. 2 and the games where he's fighting Donkey Kong. But just saying that, have you ever noticed that whenever Mario goes, Bowser goes, whether he's playing tennis, soccer, or go-karting? I mean, that's pretty impressive how Bowser and Mario connected so much. Maybe they're the same person. It's actually plausible. Bowser really wants to capture Peach, and Peach is in Bowser's custody till Mario literally captures her, because he just has to go find her and defeat Bowser in order to win her. And because of that, Peach is technically in Mario's custody, except that the fact that Peach really likes Mario. But still, maybe they're the same person. Maybe Bowser represents all the anxieties within Mario's tortured psyche. But besides that, he has 7 kids. He's captured Peach God knows how many times. Riled up the Goombas and Koopas in order to fight for him so many times, and built so many goddamn castles with so much functioning mechanical stuff. That is something to admire, my friend. Number 9, the Order from Silent Hill. What I love about the Order is that they're easily one of the most three-dimensional characters, and they really real. I mean, we live in a world where there's camps out there that indoctrinate young children to believe in Christianity, even when they have their own beliefs. And we have fundamentalists getting mad about cartoons and actually killing people over cartoons. We live in a world where sometimes people take religion way too far on many different times. The Order symbolizes all of those fears and anxieties. The stuff they do is just disgusting. And check out the Silent Hill Wiki. They actually give a really good reason why they do it. One of the main reasons. Basically, what they say is that the Order has no belief in good or bad, just chaos and order. That's all. That's quite frightening. Number 8, Gray Man from Team Fortress 2: Man vs. Machine. Go to the website. If you've ever been to the website, you know that there's comics published for him, and the comic that promoted Man vs. Machine is actually very, very well done, and usually has one of the most interesting characters in Team Fortress 2. Gray Man is the forgotten brother between Redmond and Blue-Tark Man, who hired the red teams and blue teams to fight each other for a land that they inherited from their dead father, which they were supposed to share, but instead they decided to fight each other with. Gray Man is there. He looks super cool, and unlike Redmond and Blue-Tark, he's very menacing and very smart. He's great at killing people, and even better at building robots. And I guess just read the comic, and he has a ton of really smart wit, and also his backstory is clever, and it's a very nice parody on many villain stories. And also because of him, I get to shoot robots all day. Number 7, Shang Tsung from the Mortal Kombat franchise. I just have a lot of fun fighting this guy. I'm not kidding, it was really tough to beat him, but playing against him and playing as him, sure, definitely play him in multiplayer. Play him in multiplayer, and he's just amazing. You know, his moves are literally they really put a lot of effort into the character, because his moves really fit his mischievous and tricky tricky style of combat. Also, something interesting is just how close he is to Shao Kahn. I mean, this guy's so smart. I always thought that he could just kill Shao Kahn in his sleep. Number 6, GLADoS from Portal. She is mad. She is so goddamn funny. I mean, there's no way to say it. She's just so goddamn funny. See, it's not just the cake. It's not just the cake dialogue. It's so much more. It's so much more that's just really funny. Besides that, and besides her funny bits, she's also really. She's also pretty scary. Like Hal from 2001, she controls your entire level. She controls your entire level, and that is really, really menacing. And I just find it disturbing. Imagine if GLADoS was in your house. Imagine if GLADoS was controlling your Mac or PC, and she could turn on the neurotoxin any time. I've had nightmares about it before, which I actually cannot say for anyone on this list. Number 5, Sniper Wolf from Metal Gear Solid. She killed Snake's girlfriend. Well, romantic interest. And it ultimately devastated Solid Snake for life. That was pretty huge. I have to give congrats to Sniper Wolf. 4, Atlas, otherwise known as Fontaine from Bioshock. Again, just a joy to play against. I love the boss battle. Easily one of the best FPS boss battles I've ever played in my life. And also, believe it or not, it was actually a huge shock to learn, not that he was a gangster, that I could buy, but that he would turn to this giant abomination and completely turn on me. That actually really shocked me when I first played it. I just love listening. I love listening to him while playing. He's actually very helpful. See, and I just like the idea of how somebody goes out of their way to help you, only to defeat you. That's so arrogant and cocky. Jeez. And again, fun defeating him. Number 3, Kronos from Age of Mythology. Now, I don't think I've said this before, but I love Age of Mythology and Age of Empires so damn much. You might think that they're just lame educational games, but they're actually so much more to them. They're really fun. They're really fun, and if anyone, and I don't, and it used to be that these games are just recommended for anyone who likes history or mythology, but no, it's definitely recommended as strategy. All strategy fans. If anyone has done as much as played League of Legends or World of Warcraft, they'll just feel right at home here. When you're summoning mythical creatures to completely pulverize towns and villages. I just love this game so much. It's one of the first computer games I've ever played in my life. And I really wish there was a sequel. That seeing aside, Kronos is epic. I mean, we already know what he's gonna look like because there's the trail, because there's the beginning of the game. We already know that, but still, really tough beating him. First time I beat him, I had to use several cheat codes, including some really cool ones, like when everyone's turned to a sheep. Man, I love that one. So, also, his voice sounds really damn cool. I really need to know who voiced him. He really sounds like James Earl Jones. Number 2, Gill from Super Street Fighter 3. This is easily the most complex Street Fighter character ever. And again, this guy was hard. It was so hard, so goddamn difficult. Oh my god, I busted my balls so often trying to beat him. I actually counted how many times it took me to beat him the first time I ever played Super Street Fighter 3. Whopping 13 times. No cheat codes on, and it was on medium. 13 times. Now, while he is cocky and does say stuff like "prepare to die," well, he doesn't literally say that, but also stuff along that lines. Just his ending is really, really interesting. How he actually thinks he's doing whatever he is for the greater good, and if he accomplishes it, he actually might be doing it for the greater good. The ending just puzzles me how it's not filled with the usual fire and brimstone, and there's not skulls on the ground. And that really adds some humanity to the character. And number 1 is Dracula from Castlevania. Now, while I'm saying about how I'm such a huge fanboy about several game franchises, Castlevania I just love. I love the vampire mythos. You know, before it was turned to sparkly emo idiots who keep rambling on about forbidden love and they run through the goddamn woods with the characters so Vampire mythos. I like it. I like vampires. I actually think that they're pretty cool. Great monsters to fight and kill with, and that's one of the reasons I love Castlevania, besides its amazing level design, and of course, epic visuals. Dracula, like Bowser, has been everywhere. You cannot kill him, don't even try, he will come back. I mean, sometimes he just comes back from the sheer stupidity of Simon Belmont. I mean, think about it. He has to get, in Simon's quest, he has to get all of the body parts and put them back into a bonfire, and, you know, that might be a smart idea, but imagine if he got all back together and he just tricked Belmont and just turned into and just completely reshaped itself. Imagine if that happened. He keeps coming back, you cannot defeat him. If you do, you are screwed. Also, he's just a great spin on the character. Dracula has literally been everywhere, and judging by that Twilight crap, I mean everywhere. I just love Dracula. He's so fun, great to play against. Also, great. He has designed amazing levels, amazing enemies for you to fight, including the Grim Reaper. And those are my top 10 video game villains. I just love them. I love everything about them. As we all know, the villains are more interesting than the hero, and that's so much more in the top 10 video game in these top 10 video game villains. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to play some Half-Life 2.